Hey beautiful people, it's a wonderful afternoon here in the city of Lusaka, Zambia. For those of you who don't know where Zambia is, for God's sake, it's in Africa. Just a quick geography lesson for you guys. Africa is a continent on its own with 54 independent countries, and Zambia is in South Central Africa or Southern Africa, which shares the mighty Victoria Falls with Zimbabwe. Africa is not a country, it is a continent that has 54 fully recognized sovereign states, including Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Angola, Kenya, Ethiopia, etc. Just like the continent of North America, which has 23 independent countries. Anyway, just wanted to share with you a little bit of some geography before getting into our topic for today. The King's Pawn game. This position that you're seeing on the board right now came from the game that I just finished playing. And before I show you that game, I want you guys to solve this puzzle on the board. Find checkmate in 2. Now let's see how I got to this position. This game started as a normal King's Pawn game where I played the bishop's opening, and this is one thing that you will see most strong players doing. Strong players love combining openings, as you will see. My opponent played knight f6, and then I started thinking of a different opening, which is called the Boden-Kitsa-Risky. I played knight f3 to sacrifice my e-pawn so that I can later on transpose the game back to the reversed Stafford Gambit, which is also known as the Boden-Kitsa-Risky Gambit in this case. And one cool trap that exists here is where black plays d6 and then you go knight g5, attacking the f7 square twice. If bishop e6 is played, you want to take back with the bishop, not the knight, so that after pawn takes, now you go queen f3, threatening to checkmate. And if black tries to stop the checkmate somehow, now you have queen takes b7. If they play queen c6, stopping you from capturing their rook, in this position you have mate in 3. Beginning with the move queen c8 check, the king can't escape from Sobibo, not the Sobibo that you know. This is just a different word. After king e7 only move, you go queen takes e6 check and then checkmate your opponent like this. So this is what I intended to do, but after I played knight f3, my opponent did not take. I think they played something like knight c6 if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And now I changed my opening strategy and started thinking of the deuce gambit. So what I did was I just castled short, and after bishop c5 I played pawn to d4. Enough. So you can see what strong players do most of the times. They just combine openings to, try and confuse their opponents. In this game alone, I combined 3 major openings, or in other words, I transposed between 3 major openings. I started with the bishop's opening. I tried to transpose the game to the Boden-Kitsa-Risky, which is basically the reversed Stafford Gambit. And number 3, I settled with the deuce gambit, which is what we are seeing on the board right now. And that's how hard it is to beat a strong player or somebody who knows exactly what they are doing. All these openings are on my channel. You can just type KaspaChess, reversed Stafford, KaspaChess, deuce gambit, KaspaChess, Vienna game, I've covered it all. Just that you guys don't know. And hey, don't just watch. That's not encouraging at all. To keep this channel alive, you can simply share this video, hit the like button, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have nothing to say, just type "Thank you, Kaspa" in the comment section down below. Lastly, if you want to go through my study PGNs, such as the one I'm using in this study, you can visit my Patreon page. The link is in the comment section down below. Alright, there we go. Pawn to e5. Let me start with the bishop's opening. Knight f6. So you know what? Whenever I see this move, I always think of the Boden-Kitsa-Risky, which is basically the reversed Stafford Gambit, where we sacrifice the pawn on e4. So that's what I want to do. If black won't take my pawn, I'll transpose this game into the Vienna hybrid, Vienna Gambit hybrid, something like that, Stanley variation. So let me go knight f3, sacrificing my pawn. I want black to take, that I can go knight c3. Okay, so most people don't even take, because I intended to play knight c3, turn this into some kind of the reversed Stafford Gambit. That is so dangerous, you guys. Okay, now whenever I reach this position, I always think of the Deutz Gambit. So I'm intending to castle short. I'm planning to castle short. If black plays bishop c5, I will play d4. That's the Deutz Gambit. So let's do that. Great. So bishop c5, now I can safely play pawn to d4. So with the Deutz Gambit, we first of all delay the development of the queen's knight, and instead play pawn to d4. In this position, the right move for black is bishop takes. That's the only correct move. If they take with a pawn, I'll go pawn to e5 and go on to win the game quickly. Even knight takes fails due to, can you spot it? I give you, let's say, 5 seconds or 10. Okay, so if that happens after knight takes d4, you ought to play knight takes e5. The idea is to take on f7. Yep. So now let's pin the knight to the bishop like this. This knight can't move because I'm going to win the bishop. Maybe they can do this, but okay, so let me tell you what happens after knight e6. If black played knight e6, I was going to take that knight. And after bishop takes e3, what I was going to do was to take with my bishop on f7 with check. If rook takes, I was going to take with my knight, threatening to capture the queen before take anyway. So black played pawn to d6. I think this is just a free piece now, if you think about it. Because if pawn takes, I'll take the bishop. Maybe black is going to take this. I mean, I'm just up a piece, I guess. Oh, am I? Oh, yeah. I'm not going to be up a piece, but at least I'm going to be up an exchange. If you calculate the moves here, I can take on f7, threatening to take the queen. So I'm going to be up an exchange if rook takes. Besides, I have this. Once again, this is called the Deutz Gambit. A must-know opening. So now I can safely take. I'm just up an exchange now. And then take the bishop. So you can see right in the opening stage on move 11, the game is technically over. I mean, I've already won half the battle. And this is one good thing I love about these, e4 openings, such as the Vienna, Stanley variation, Vienna hybrid, Vienna game, King's Gambit, Italian game. They are just too open in nature. So now I can do whatever I want. Activate my rooks. Or just play something else. Or perhaps pawn to f4. So you see, this is now the middle game where you are required to come up with a plan. A clear winning plan. There are so many things you can do, but among many things, just choose one, plan that you understand best. I want to play pawn to e5, but another mind is telling me to develop my a rook since it is out of the game. Let's do that. And it's just good to do this. I mean, just put all your pieces together. Now I can play pawn to e5. It makes sense. I'll take with my other pawn. Let me pre-move that. So I have 2 open files for my rooks. This is how you want to play chess, you guys. How do you expect me to lose like this? Once again, I have plenty of options to take. Here I can play knight d5 if I want, attacking the queen. If bishop takes, I have queen takes, win the rook. In fact, let me do this. Knight d5, attacking the queen. You know, sometimes you need to learn how to oversimplify your games. That's the most important thing in chess. We call it the KISS concept. KISS. Keep it so simple, or keep it stupid simple, as some people say. There's a checkmate threat on h2. I need to stop that. I'm also pinning the knight to the queen. So this is bad news for my opponent. Queen h4 was a very bad move, and if you have noticed, my opponent is playing so fast, which is a major sign that they are not even thinking. While I'm thinking. Oversimplification. Check. We give a check. I want to do something very funny, you guys. I want to end this game in style. So what I'm going to do is to take the knight. I want to sacrifice my queen after bishop takes. Okay. So what I wanted to do is, if my opponent took with the bishop, I was going to take, and then after queen takes, mate them like that. That was going to be checkmate. Perhaps, maybe that's why they have played. What have they done? h5. Nevertheless, I have this other cool tactic, you guys. Look what I'm going to do to my opponent's nose. So I just want to give a check. Check. Knew I was getting back my piece. This is game over, but my opponent doesn't just want to resign. Okay, good. So if king h8 was played, I was just going to take. You see there's no any check. I have an extra rook. Let's say if black took my pawn, can you find checkmate in 2? So I'm going to leave that for you. Write in the comment section down below. Find checkmate in 2 for white.